everybody. Welcome to the last mindful message you're getting for today, because I didn't do yesterday's with all my house stuff going on. So hopefully these are finding you when you need them. This one is your ego healthy or unhealthy? Basically how to check yourself. And ego, we all have ego. Ego is very effective in getting shit done and giving us courage to face things in our life. Unhealthy ego can block things in our life and cause issues. So it's not always, and we all get in the bad part of egos several times throughout our lives. So don't beat yourself up if you are in an unhealthy ego place. This is here to help you get out of it, to get you back on track. So let's get into how can you check yourself before you wreck yourself, collective. Let's get into it. So number one question to ask. Now, granted, keep this in mind, most people, their first thought is their self, but that doesn't mean they're a selfish person. It's usually like, is this job beneficial for me? Is this schedule going to work for me? That isn't unhealthy ego. When I'm talking about asking yourself, are you mostly thinking about yourself or others? I'm talking about your actions. In your workspace, are you helping other people around you, or do you just do your job and that's it? Your actions and how you react to other people tell you if your ego is healthy or unhealthy. Are you a selfish worker? Are you a selfish friend? Do you only talk about yourself at the table instead of listening to everybody else around you? That is unhealthy ego. These are ways to check yourself by just sitting back and observing how you talk to people, how you interact with people. Keep in mind that sometimes when you get in those pockets of going through things like a divorce, a death, illness of any kind, you can get self-absorbed, but it's because you have a lot on your plate. That, I feel like, is healthy ego because of the circumstances you're dealing with. If you are not in a serious place, but you're always making everything about yourself, that's borderline narcissism. And we all have the capability of being a narcissist, and at every point in someone's life, even if it was just for a moment, you became a narcissist until you checked yourself and realized the effects of what being a narcissist is. A true narcissist doesn't give a fuck about the effects. A good person sees the effects eventually and changes and alters themselves. So you all get in bad ego and good ego. No one is right or wrong. Again, I'm just helping you get yourself out of it. So if you are somebody who only talks about yourself, start asking other people about them. Make it a point to listen to them before you talk about yourself. If you're only doing your own stuff at work, start offering to help other people, and you'll see most often other people help you back. You will see this give and take. When you are a selfish person, you don't get much back in life. When you are a good person and you're giving and you're loving and you're accepting and you're helping of others, good things come your way. Ego also helps with your blessings. Do you participate in the lives of those you care about? So do you show up for their important events? Do you call them when they're ill? When they have a baby born, do you go up and see them? These acts of care let you know if you are in a healthy ego. Yes, of course you want to go up and see the new baby. It's a little bit about yourself. But do you bring them a card? Do you bring them flowers? You are giving a moment to brighten them up. You are thinking about others. Healthy ego. You understand your actions and things. Sorry, I'm watching my DoorDash map over here. Can you be wrong? Like, are you always that person that when somebody comes at you, you have an excuse? Or it's always somebody else's fault? Or you're wrong and I'm right and that's it? That's unhealthy ego. And again, bordering on narcissism. And that is a point of mental illness. And again, we all get in these pockets and you can adjust out of it. You don't need medication to not be a narcissist or not to be egotistical. You just need to understand your actions and see them in a new perspective. Talk less about yourself and more about others. Listen, truly listen to what the other person is saying and offer advice. If they ask, if they seem hesitant of advice, don't push your opinions. It's okay if other people don't agree with you. Don't get upset when they don't agree with you. You do not have to talk people into agreeing with you. That's also unhealthy ego. And with the political things going on, we're seeing this a lot in people. The people that just can't let it go, that just cannot accept that you're on one side and I'm on the other and just talk about something else, that is unhealthy ego. You're forcing your will, you're forcing your opinion too harshly. You have the right to your opinion, you have the right to speak your opinion, but you do not have the right to silence others or to make them feel wrong about what they believe. That's unhealthy ego, that's pushy, that's getting into unhealthy egotistical maniac syndrome, when everybody has to agree with you, everybody has to like what you like, everybody has to do things your way. It's your way or the highway. That's unhealthy ego. And can you learn? Are you willing to hear other people's opinions and other people's side? Because when you are willing to learn, you are always naturally growing as a person. It's when you stop learning, I don't need to listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. They have nothing to teach me. They have nothing to offer me. I'm not going to learn anything here. I'm the best at what I do. Ego, unhealthy. You always have something to learn. Everybody has something to teach you, and everybody brings something to the table. Sometimes that thing is negative, but they're bringing something to the table. Don't be the one only bringing negative to the table by being pushy and overbearing and demanding of others. Makes others feel suffocated. You're suffocating people with your ego. Unhealthy. The way to stop this is, all right, it makes me upset that you think that way, and I get upset, so maybe we shouldn't just talk about this. I wish you all the best. I wish the best for mine, and we'll just let the best person win. That's healthy ego. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to have feelings, but letting it go and knowing that it's okay for two people in the room to differ. That's healthy ego. Do you return the favor? Are you an Indian giver? These are ways to check your ego. When somebody helps you on a certain day that you really need it, maybe you see a week later that they're struggling. Do you think in your mind, I should go over and help them because they helped me? Do you even think that at all? That's a sign of unhealthy ego if you can't even register the fact that somebody did something, that person who did something for me is in trouble. I want to help because they were there for me. If you don't have that instinct, that is, I feel, time for you to see a psychologist, because that's narcissism that might need psychological help with talks. There's nothing wrong with you, okay? It's okay to be a narcissist. It's okay to be learning. It's not okay to be a narcissist. Know you're a narcissist and keep choosing to be a narcissist, okay? We all have the capability to change and adapt, and that's what we're here for. Nobody is fucking perfect. We are all selfish a little bit, and sometimes in our life, a lot of it. It depends on what we're going through. It doesn't make you a bad person. Just keep checking yourself, checking your ego so that you land in a good place. Do you build people up or tear them down? Do you give someone a compliment or do you say what they did wrong? Now, granted, this has to be on an overall spectrum, not just once or twice. Be mindful of that. Are your expectations realistic and fair to others? Or are you too demanding? Are you being a diva? Are you being unrealistic? Do you create conflict or do you diffuse conflict? If you create it, that's unhealthy ego. You're needing attention. If you diffuse it, you're on the right path. You're doing well. Are you a ball hog or can you pass the ball? That's the number one question. If you're a ball hog, you're in the bad ego. Again, no one's perfect. Just keep working on it.